Most people start the home buying journey by scrolling listings and falling in love with kitchens. They ask, how much can we get approved for? Instead of, how much can our family actually afford without wrecking our future? If you got kids or you're planning to, and you're thinking about that first family home, you don't need a fancy spreadsheet. You need a simple checklist that tells you, we're ready, we're almost ready, or we'd be house poor if we bought right now. In this video, I'll walk you through the 4 questions to answer before you even call a realtor, so your first family home feels like a blessing, not a financial handcuff. Welcome to Minivan Millionaire Plan, where we help normal families make above average money decisions. Buying a home is probably the biggest purchase your family will ever make. But the truth is, the bank will often approve you for more than you should actually spend. So this video isn't about how to squeeze into the maximum mortgage. It's about how to buy a family home that fits your real life, your kids, your budget, and your long-term goals. Let's start with question 1. How much home can we really afford? Can we afford the monthly payment comfortably? Before you look at prices, you need one number: your safe monthly housing budget. Here's a simple way to think about it. Take your take-home pay after taxes and deductions. Aim for your total housing costs, mortgage, property tax, basic insurance, to be no more than about a third of that. So if your family brings home $6,000 a month after tax, a comfortable housing cost might be around $2,000 a month, not $3,000, just because the bank says you can handle it. Remember, with kids, your budget has a lot of other jobs: daycare, activities, clothes, groceries for tiny humans who eat like adults. If housing swallows too much of your monthly cash, you feel it everywhere else. No room for repairs, no investing, stress every time something breaks. So instead of asking, what can we get approved for? Ask, if our mortgage was X, will we still be able to put money into savings or investments every month, handle daycare or kids' activities, sleep at night if one of us lost a job or got fewer hours? If the honest answer is no, the house is too big for your life, even if the bank says yes. Question 2. Do we have enough beyond the down payment? Most people focus only on the down payment number, but buying a family home comes with a lot of invisible costs that show up fast. Closing costs and legal fees, moving expenses, basic furniture or appliances, small immediate fixes your inspection didn't fully capture. If you drain every dollar into the down payment, you move in with zero cushion. Then one surprise repair, one car issue, or one income hiccup, and suddenly the house that was supposed to bring stability is the thing creating panic. A healthier approach is this: you have your down payment saved and you still have a separate emergency fund, ideally a few months of expenses after closing. That way, if something goes wrong in the first year, water heater, roof patch, job change, you're annoyed, but you're not ruined. If buying now would wipe out all your cash and leave you with nothing for emergencies, that's a big red flag that you're a little early. Question 3. Will this house slow down or support our long-term goals? Most families think of a home as the goal, but for your future self and your kids' future, a home is just one piece of the plan. Ask yourself, if we buy this house, what happens to our long-term goals? Things like investing for retirement, saving for kids' education, paying off higher interest debt. There are 2 versions of home buying. Version 1, you buy the absolute maximum you can. Your mortgage, utilities, and property tax jump so high that you pause investing just for a few years. Those few years are often the exact years your money could have quietly compounded the most. Version 2. You buy a home that's a bit more modest. Your payment is manageable, so you can keep investing every month even if it's not a huge amount. You still get the stability of a home and the growth of investments. Which version feels more like the life you want 10 to 20 years from now? If the home you're eyeing would force you to stop all investing or saving for years, that's a sign you might be stretching too far. Question 4. Does this home fit our family life, not just our budget? Money isn't the only factor, especially with kids. A house can be affordable on paper, but expensive in time, stress, and logistics. What does the daily commute look like for the adults? How long will school drop-offs and pickups take? Are there parks, sidewalks, and basic amenities close by? Will we spend more on gas, daycare hours, or eating out because everything is far? Sometimes a slightly smaller or older home in a better location is actually a better family decision than a bigger house that turns every day into a rush hour puzzle. You're not just buying walls and a roof, you're buying a routine. The mornings, the evenings, the weekends. If the house fits the numbers but makes everyday life significantly harder, it's worth pausing. A simple ready/almost/not yet checklist. Let's turn this into a quick self-check. You're probably ready if your total housing costs stay around a third of your take-home pay or less. You have your down payment and an emergency fund left over. You can keep at least some money going into savings or investments each month. The location works for your real daily life with kids. You're almost ready if you're close on the numbers, but buying now would wipe out your emergency fund. You'd have to slow down, but not totally stop investing for a short period. You're not yet if housing would dominate your budget and force you to stop all saving and investing. You'd have basically zero cash left after closing. You're hoping everything goes perfectly because there's no margin if it doesn't. Being not yet doesn't mean never. It means you still have time to strengthen your position before making the biggest purchase of your life. Buying a family home is emotional, especially when you picture your kids in the backyard or walking to school. But the families who stay calm and stable are the ones who let the math lead and the emotions follow, not the other way around. So before you book that showing, walk through these 4 questions together. If this helped you think more clearly about your first family home, tap like so more parents see it, and subscribe to Minivan Millionaire Plan for more simple, honest money videos for normal families who want an above average future, minivans, snack crumbs, and all. See you in the next one.